Oh,
All right, here we go. So it is time to get on the mat. So let's take a nice, comfortable seat on the mat. We're going to start seated. Close your eyes. Take a big, deep breath in. Let it out. Another big, deep breath in. Let it out. Ground down through your sit bones. Lengthen through the top of your head. Bring your shoulders up into your ears. Relax your shoulder blades down your back. Connecting to your Ujjayi. Long, slow inhalations in. Long, slow exhalations back out. Inhale, arms lift up, look up. Exhale, hands come down. Reach through your fingers as far as they'll go. Inhale, arms lift up, look up. Exhale, hands come down. Reach through your fingers as far as they'll go. Inhale, lift up, look up. Exhale, reach through those fingers. Inhale, lift up, look up. Twist to your right hand behind you, your left hand to your knee. Lengthen through the crown of your head, gaze over your back shoulder. Look forward, unwind. Inhale, arms lift up. Twist to the other side. Left hand behind you, right hand to your knee. Lengthen and twist. Look forward, unwind. Plant your left hand down, right arm up and over. Anchor down through your sit bones as you reach as far as you can to the left. Opening your chest and heart towards the ceiling, look up. And come back to center. Plant your right hand down, left arm up and over. Spiraling your chest towards the ceiling. And come back to center. We're going to come onto our backs. So coming down onto your back, draw your knees in, lift your head, lift your tailbone, turn into a little ball. Exhale your head down. Rock it out from side to side. Rock it all out. Bring your feet down on the mat. We're going to take our right ankle to our left knee. Hold behind your left leg. Your right elbow presses against your right knee. Gently draw your knees in. Find your edge, not too hard, not too easy, just right. Really flex through your feet here as you draw your legs in, connecting to your breath. Release your left foot to the mat, straighten the right leg up towards the ceiling. Take hold of a straight right leg, make circles with your ankle. And move the opposite direction. Point your toes, flex through your heel, point your toes, flex through your heel. Straighten your left leg out on the mat, gently draw the right leg towards your body. Lift your head towards your shin, and release your head back down. Lift your head towards your shin, and release down. One more, lift your head towards your shin, and release down. Draw your knee into your chest, hug that knee in nice and tight. Take hold of the knee with the left hand, open your right arm to the side, drag the knee across the body over to the left. Gaze at your right fingertips. Surrender, let go of whatever you can in this moment. Look up towards the ceiling, draw your knee into your chest, hug both knees into your chest, lift your head, lift your tailbone, turn back into a little ball. Exhale your head down, rock it out from side to side, rock it all out. Bring your feet down on the mat. This time it is your left ankle to your right knee. Hold behind the right leg. Left elbow presses against the left thigh as you draw your legs in on this side. Find that perfect edge, not too hard, not too easy, just right. Releasing the right foot to the mat, straightening the left leg up towards the ceiling. Take hold of your straight right leg, make circles with your ankle. And move the opposite direction. Point your toes, flex through your heel, point your toes, flex through your heel, straightening the right leg out on the mat. Gently draw the left leg towards your body. Lift your head towards your shin and release back down. Lift your head towards your shin and release down. One more time, lift your head towards your shin and release back down. This time, draw your left knee into your chest. Hug that knee in nice and tight. Take hold of the knee with the right hand. Open your left arm to the side. Drag the knee across the body, twisting into the right side as you gaze at your left fingertips. Can you rotate your ribcage to bring your shoulders any further to the mat? Gazing at your fingers, softening in. Look up towards the ceiling, draw your knee into your chest, hug both knees into your chest. Lift your head, lift your tailbone, turn into a little ball. Exhale your head back down. Rock it out from side to side, rock it all out. Bring your feet down onto the mat. Roll to one side, coming up to tabletop position. Wrists underneath shoulders and knees underneath hips. On your inhalation, drop your belly, lift your heart, look up. On your exhalation, pull your belly button towards the ceiling, round your head and neck. Moving in and out of cat-cow at your breath. Feeling your way in. Coming back to tabletop position, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Come high up on your toes, lift your hips, press your heels back and down. Pedal your feet. Coming home to your downward facing dog. Float your right leg up towards the ceiling, press out through your heel. Bring your right foot back down. Realign your downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up towards the ceiling. Press out through your left heel. Breathe your way in. Come back to downward facing dog. Shake your head no. Nod it yes. Look between your hands. Walk your feet up to the top of the mat. Bring your hands to your shins. Press and lengthen forward, long spine. Fold Uttanasana. Bring your hands to your shins. Press and lengthen. Fold Uttanasana. One more. Bring your hands to your shins. Press and lengthen. And fold. Deep bend in your knees. Ragdoll up, one vertebra at a time. Slowly, slowly, slowly coming all the way back up. Bring your shoulders up into your ears. Relax your shoulder blades down your back. Inhale, arms sweep up, reach high. Fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale halfway. Plant your hands, step or hop back to plank. We're gonna hold plank. No, we're gonna hang out here as we build the heat to the top us within the body. Breathe your way in. Strong bodies make strong minds. Breathe. You can always come down onto the knees if you need to, but keep hugging in towards your midline, keeping the core engaged and the belly lifted, pressing through your heels and through the top of your head, connecting to your breath. Lower down, knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Really let that low back relax and release as you lift up out of your shoulders. And then press back, downward facing dog. 5 Ujjayi breaths. Look between your hands, step or hop to the top of the mat. Lengthen through, fold. Inhale, lift up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms sweep up, reach up, swan dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale to lengthen, fold, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank. Now, core is engaged, belly lifted, breathe your way in. You've got one of two choices here. You can come down on your forearms and hold. You can always bring your knees down if you need to, or you can do 5 push-ups, whatever feels best in your body. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Press back, downward facing dog, 4 Ujjayi breaths. Look forward between your hands, step, hop, or float to the top of the mat. Lengthen through, fold. Inhale, lift up or reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms sweep up, reach up, swan dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway, and fold. Plant your hands, take it to plank. Hold your plank, core is engaged, belly lifted. You can bring your knees down if you need to. We're coming down onto our forearms. Hugging in here. We're going to take our hips to the right, pause and hold. Hips come back to center. Then hips to the left, pause and hold. Come back to center. Moving at your pace to the right and pause. Center, realign. Left and pause. Center, realign. Moving with your breath at your pace. Now lower all the way down onto your belly. Press back, downward facing dog. 3 Ujjayi breaths. Look forward between your hands, step, hop, or float to the top of the mat. Lengthen through, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair, sit back deep. Tuck that tailbone under, drop the tailbone down, sit back a little deeper. Bring hands together at heart center. Tuck that tailbone under, sit back, keep sitting back. Fold, Uttanasana. Inhale to lengthen. Fold, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank, lower down, knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale to downward. Right leg lifts up, reach high, press out through your heel, bring your knee to your nose at the top of the mat, hug it in and hold it there. Take it back and up. Bring your knee and cross the midline, touch the outside of your left upper arm, take it back and up. Bring your knee and touch the outside of your right upper arm. Take it back and up. Bring your knee and step through Virabhadrasana 1. Plant your back foot, arms lift up. Hands come down, step back to plank, hold your plank. Now bring your right wrist underneath your right shoulder, coming into side plank, lifting your left arm up. Breathe. Top arm comes back down, come back to plank, lower down, knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward, take it back. The left leg lifts up, reach high. Bring your knee to your nose at the top of the mat, hug it in and hold it there. Take it back and up. Bring your knee and touch the outside of your right upper arm. Take it back and up. Bring the knee in, touch the outside of your left upper arm. Take it back and up. Bring your knee in, step through Virabhadrasana 1. Arms lift up. Hands come down, step back to plank. Hold your plank. Left wrist underneath your left shoulder, side plank on this side. Lift up. Bring the top arm down, come back to plank, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Breathe your way in. Look between your hands, step, hop, or float to the top of the mat. Lengthen through, fold. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair. Straighten your legs, arms lift up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair, sit back deep. Fold. Inhale, halfway. Fold, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank. Lower down, knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Right leg lifts up, reach high, press out through your heel, bring your knee in, step through Virabhadrasana 1, lift up, 1 breath. Full inhale, full exhale. Hands come down, step back to plank, lower down, chaturanga. Upward and downward. Left leg lifts up, reach high, step through Virabhadrasana 1 on this side. 1 breath. Hands come down, step back to plank, lower down, chaturanga. Upward and downward. Look between your hands, step, hop, or float to the top of the mat. Lengthen through, fold. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair, sit back deep. Straighten your legs, arms lift up, exhale, hands to heart center. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair sit back deep. Bring your hands together at heart center. Twist to your right, left elbow, right thigh. Come back to center. Right elbow, left thigh. Come back to center. Fold Uttanasana. Inhale halfway. Fold, plant your hands, take it to plank. Hold your plank, core is engaged, belly lifted. Breathe your way in. You got this, keep breathing. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale to downward. Right leg lifts up, reach high, step through, Virabhadrasana 1. Warrior 1 on this side, arms lift up. Open to Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Hug in towards the midline, even here. Strong mountain pose, even in Virabhadrasana 2. Straighten your front leg. Trikonasana, triangle on this side. All right, we're gonna revolve our triangle. So what I want you to do is take your left hand down on the top front on either side, one hand on either side of that front foot. Now you might need to change your stance a little bit. So we're gonna walk our foot in, our back foot in just a little bit. It's still pointing a little bit towards the side. Now we're gonna take our left hand, it can either stay kind of underneath the left shoulder or it can come to the foot, the right foot. Now open the right arm up. Shift your hips straight back behind you as you spiral open towards the right. This is revolve triangle. Bring that top arm back down. Plant both hands down on either side of your front foot. Step back to plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Left leg lifts up, reach high. Bring your knee in, step through Virabhadrasana 1 on this side, arms lift. Open to Virabhadrasana 2. All right, we're gonna straighten that front leg. We're gonna windmill the hands to the top of the mat. You might need to bring your right foot in just a little. We're gonna revolve the triangle on this side. So either the right hand underneath the right shoulder, left arm lifts up. Shift the hips back. One side might be a little harder than the other, and that's fine. Go easy. Top arm comes down on either side of the front foot. Step back to plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, child's pose. Wide leg or folded leaf, whichever feels best in your body. Bring your forehead to the mat. Take a big breath in. Let it out. Walk your hands back. Shift the weight to one side. Bring your legs forward in front of you. Hands on your knees, lengthen through the top of your head, engage your core, lift your legs. You can keep the hands back behind the legs, or you can reach out. Find what feels best in your body. Can you lower down and hover? And lift up. Lower down and hover. And lift up. Bring your feet down. Arms reach out. Come all the way down onto your back. Draw your knees in. Lift your head. Lift your tailbone. Turn into a little ball. Exhale your head down. Rock it out from side to side. Rock it all out. All right, shins parallel with the mat, hands back behind your head. Yogi bicycles, shoulders lifting up, extend the right leg out, left elbow or right elbow towards the left knee and switch. Moving as fast as you'd like or as slow as you'd like. Strengthening the core of your being. Keep breathing, keep moving. One more on either side, then draw those knees in, lift your head, lift your tailbone, turn into a little ball. Exhale your head down, rock it out from side to side, rock it all out. Hands come down at your sides. Walk your heels back. Lift your hips up. Coming into bridge, lifting your hips. Slowly coming down. Finding the edges of the mat with your feet. Open your arms out wide like a T. Let your knees fall over to the right. Gently turn your head left. Lift your knees up to center. Let them fall over the other side as you gently turn your head the opposite direction. Lifting your knees up, extending your legs out on the mat. Really beginning to make your way into Shavasana, corpse pose. This is the most important pose of all of yoga. It's the only time, typically, that we stop and pause and relax. Giving our body time to process everything that it just did for us and everything that it still has to do for us today and tomorrow. So begin to soften into this shape. Soften into this space. Today I'm going to read a reflection from the mat, Meditations from the Mat, Daily Reflections on the Path of Yoga by Rolf Gates. He starts with a quote from Marianne Williamson. We were brainwashed. My mother, bless her heart, had an enormous impact on how I came to see the world. I would burst through the door and say, "It would make my heart sing if I could do X." She would respond with something like, "Oh dear,
I recently read that a person was killed doing X, or I don't think you can do X, and only bad people do X anyway. It did not matter what X was. My mother had recently heard that someone had been killed doing it. Eventually, I grew up and left home, but I continued to run my new ideas by my mom with the same results. After thousands of squashed dreams, years of spiritual work, and countless hours on the mat, it finally dawned on me that I would be better off if I stopped trying my ideas out on my mother. While this has been effective in reducing the amount of negative feedback I receive in any given month, it has not entirely solved the problem. My mother lives on, her voice embedded in my habitual thought patterns, my habitual responses to my own ideas, passions, and abilities. Of course, not everyone was brought up by my mother. Some of my friends feel compelled to prove themselves in business before they can give themselves permission to become writers. Other kids can't get married because their mothers were abandoned by their fathers. Some can't get divorced because their fathers stuck by their mothers. Yoga teachers often tell students that our bodies are a walking autobiography. In order to draw attention to the ways in which our bodies mirror our choices. But this is only half the story. We come to our mats as the sum total of all of the beliefs we have encountered, absorbed, rejected, or lived. Our imaginations are like swollen rivers, flooded with the falsehoods of the ages as they have been passed on to us across the generations. Who we are, who everyone else is, and what we can be, all are defined by this river, which is not of our making. Either we can continue to bob along on the river of our imagination, or we can make our way to the shore, observe the river for a while, and then just walk away. The process of coming onto the shore is what the limbs of tapas are all about. There is another reality, a light that resides within us all. The actions taken and not taken in the yamas and the niyamas, the asanas, and pranayama remove that which is blocking the light. They bring us up onto the shore and give us the strength to walk away from the river, the limbs that follow concern what happens next. For today, allow your practice to deliver you from your imagination and into the light. Take a big deep breath in. Let it out nice and slow. Take another big deep breath in. Let it out. Bringing small movements to your toes and to your fingers. Maybe moving your head from side to side. When you're ready, bend your knees, bring your feet to the mat. Gently and carefully roll to the right side, pausing there for just a moment. And when you're ready, slowly pushing yourself up to a nice, comfortable seated position, eyes closed, hands at heart center. We'll close our practice with one loud Om, remembering that an Om is like an Ah, O, Um sound. When we Om is said to be the vibration of the universe, the vibration of all things everywhere. When we Om, we're connecting to everything and everyone. Taking a big deep breath in. Yoga will teach you so much about yourself. It will help you become flexible in mind, body, and spirit. For that, I'm truly grateful. Thank you so much for coming to class today. Namaste.
Good work, yogis.